Hello Aries, this is your April 2022 reading. I have pre-shuffled your cards. Oh. Wow, Aries, you have a lot going on for you in April. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this is the Tarot of the Divine. And this is the reading for Aries. So at the bottom of your deck, you have the Hierophant, depicted by this beautiful native woman. And as you see here, we have the bull, so Taurus energy as well. So this is you, Aries, coming into your reading. You are the King of Swords. So I feel like this year so far, we're only 3 months in. But for you, Aries, you've been doing a lot of work. You have been conquering your inner demons. I feel for you, Aries, that you've had a lot of personal growth and mental stability that is going to carry you over into April, even if you don't feel that way. The King of Swords here is depicted by this beautiful griffin? I think this is a griffin, holding a singular sword, kind of looking outwards into the distance. Crossing you, you have the Seven of Cups as your biggest obstacle. So Aries, even though you are coming into this reading as the King of Swords, I feel that you are still being faced with a lot of decisions for yourself in the future and how you want things to go for you moving forward. The Seven of Cups here is represented by the choice of multiple lamps, right? And one lamp will have the genie inside that you desire. And you are really in the process, Aries, of using all of your mental stability, strength, and using strong, coherent thoughts to come to a decision that is best suited in your favor. I think that underneath all of this, Aries, is you are recognizing that being resolute of mind is not enough, that you also need to take action. The Knight of Wands here is depicted by a woman riding a goat, maybe a bull. We also have here this little lamb in the shadows, right, with our fiery little redhead and her spoon going off to do mystical magic and battle. So I think that underneath is this Knight of Wands energy right now, which is probably going to be the most challenging aspect for you, Aries. You might be moving, and I know that's really specific, so it's not going to resonate with a lot of people, Aries, but if you have been like a combination of like a new job or exploring options, and you are the King of Swords in this reading, so using all of your energy to focus on like which decision is best for you. I think that if you're looking to change homes or change your environment, this Knight of Wands is a card indicating that there is going to be movement forward. And while it looks like she's going to war, that's not necessarily the case. It's also a card about journey. And the Wands, while it also represents personal development and business, we'll look to the rest of the cards, but I'm kind of feeling like there's going to be a change in your career or a change in your environment, your sense of security, your income, and how you commute because of your change in job. So what's in front of you is the Ace of Cups. Again, I'm getting a big career reading for you, especially with the Hierophant being at the bottom of the deck for your overall energy. Specifically, be mindful of contracts and be mindful of the things that we agree to. Not that they're good or bad, but let's just, it helps to be careful, to read over the details, to make sure we fully understand what we commit to, especially if you are going to be moving into a new environment. The Ace of Cups is what's in front of you, which is fantastic because the Ace of Cups here is predicted as a beautiful pouring of water, which it symbolizes a combination of fertility, fertility in things, not fertility in like pregnancy, but it could mean that. Being receptive, being gracious, being open to the new energies that are given to us in all situations. Aces do represent beginnings and cups represent the emotional self as well as the heart. So if you've kind of come to terms with how you want your life to go, or maybe you see that like all choices are equally fruitful for you, I think that it's going to come down to like what really makes you satisfied with yourself, Aries. Up next, behind you in your recent past, you have the Ten of Swords, which I think is really fantastic because Ten of Swords to the King of Cups, like this shows progression in your storyline, Aries. This shows that you have come really far and that you have been putting in the work to kind of get to a point where you have the luxury of making a choice, because sometimes choice isn't really a luxury. And this Ten of Swords is behind you, so there's really no reason to dwell on it. Excuse me. If you were in a place of confrontation or you were attached to a job that was difficult, it's behind you. And I think you know how fruitful the future is going to be because you have this Ace of Cups, because you're going in with Knight of Wands energy. And as an Aries, we love it when we have fire in our readings, elemental support, right? And so as you move forward, Aries, in the new future, you have the Three of Cups. I think that, I know I keep harping on this career thing, but that's what I'm seeing. I feel that the Three of Cups can be an indicator for a small celebration, something worthy of celebration. So if you've been putting out resumes out there and you get a really great interview or maybe a second interview or even a job offer, this Three of Cups is going to show that in the near future is a time to rejoice. Specifically, Aries, look around to the people around you and indulge in like cultural events or the things that make your community unique. And that can be something even as like going to the diner that you've been going to like for so many years with friends and family, holding close that the love and the people that support us, knowing that, we didn't get here by ourselves. And when we leave ourselves open for love to those who already love us, we bring in so much more abundance into our lifestyle. Your advice, Aries, is the Queen of Cups. It's, I don't even know what to say to that. So your advice is the Queen of Cups. So definitely going with the energy that we were saying earlier, like you need to follow this Ace of Cups moment. As the King of Swords, you are able to make a rational decision. It's easy in new opportunities and existing opportunities to be swayed by emotion. And the Queen of Cups here as your advice card is showing you that it's okay to be full of that emotion, because the King of Swords is showing you, Aries, that you are not rushing into to something, you're not reacting to a situation. You've maturely kind of positioned yourself, you've looked around at all the angles, right? King of Swords energy. And now when you go forth with your new decision, the Ace of Cups, whatever you decide to bring life into, like give it your all, be wholehearted about it. And career doesn't even have to mean like the place that you go to make work. For some people, I feel really specifically, if you're like a homemaker, or maybe you're, you know, someone who's like a pillar of the community, like a church person or a clergy person, you know, career is kind of like the stuff that makes you want to get out of bed, that isn't like love and family, like what gives you your drive, your sense of utility. So you have been questioning your sense of utility, not from a place of lack, but knowing that you have the potential to make all the things come true. And so this Queen of Cups is showing me that your advice is, when you decide, if all are fruitful, when you decide what you want to pursue it earnestly and wholeheartedly. Your home and your surroundings are the Two of Swords, which I think that this card is a very unique position to the rest of your reading. The Two of Swords right now is in your home environment. Like, I guess, I don't want to say be open to, but like this is a time of like friendship, support, emotional intimacy with those that are close to us, a sense of mental satisfaction that comes from knowing that you are loved. This, like, your environment will not change. If you are moving for a job, Aries, again, this is super specific. If you are moving, or you're moving environments, or maybe even just commuting to a different part of town, you are not losing your existing support network, and that there is, you know, you are supported, like mentally, by those who give you courage, those who give you light, right? The people that uplift you. Like, just because they're not going to be there in your physical environment, I think that, you know, Aries, that sense of community that you have is always there when you come home. And so there is no need to choose like indecisively between modes of thought. In another sense, like, swords also representing spirituality, while two oftentimes represents duality. The duality in these are like concurrent. These two aspects of your life will coexist seamlessly. And I think that that's kind of just adding support. Like, being the King of Swords, you know that your home, like where you come for refuge, is not going to be compromised, which is really important, especially if you're changing environments. And you getting it in the home and surroundings is a confirmation that like your environment is not going to be sacrificed. Your next card is the Fool, and the Fool is fantastic. We have it here as a mermaid. I love that because this is the placement of hope. And if we remember the story of the Little Mermaid, she hopes one day that she has legs so that she can go on land. She takes a risk by talking to the scary octopus lady. And I think that everything was happy, like, you know, overall happy ever ending for Ariel, and the same will be true for you, Aries. You're taking a chance, and you hope that when you take this new chance, with which could very much be a career or a business opportunity or a development, you know, you're hoping that you are successful, as we all do when we try new endeavors. And the Fool here, again, I think that's just another confirmation that what you choose to give your energy to will be very beneficial to you. Much like Ariel and the Little Mermaid, you're hoping, you're looking, you're seeing, and you know that it can be a reality. and the outcome is going to be the Two of Cups. I really like that because to me it shows the early stages of a journey. You know, you're coming in as the Ace of Cups and you have the Three of Cups along the way, but this Two of Cups is like, as we move forward in our storyline, there are markers, there are signifiers that we are progressing. And while this period of time may be only a short duration, the everlasting change that comes with it shows progression. And you know, I think that when you, Aries, throw yourself into the thing that you want to love, you might actually find love, like romantic love on the way. The Two of Cups often represents union. It kind of like represents meeting, right? We have two here, like very different. We have two very different people that are coming together, but they, you know, they're unified. Again, we got that Taurus energy, like he did here in the Hierophant, right? The Two of Cups being the outcome of this new situation, I feel like it's the start of the beginning of the next phase. Like, you know, your next cycle, you know, you get this new job and you did all the work and you're ready for it, or whatever new opportunity you feel is coming. But then this card also shows, like, if you don't have love already, that you are going to be in line for the next steps. And what's the outcome? Being ready for romantic love. So if you feel, Aries, that you've been in a position of being transitory, this reading, this period of April, is going to show that the transitory period is going out, and what comes next are all the things that are going to fall in place for you. Aries, I think that this was a really great reading. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Right now, I am doing a 1,000 subscriber challenge. So if you feel positively about the reading, please give it a like and give my channel a subscribe. The 1,000 subscriber challenge is something that I'm making up, of course, and I will be posting a very specific series of tarot readings to kind of, well, I'll be honest, I'm gonna throw myself into doing tarot full time, and I would be excited if you come along with me for the journey. So if you liked your tarot reading, please subscribe, support my 1,000 subscriber challenge, and I will be back next time with more content for you, Aries. Goodbye.